Who else? Dave. Okay, let's get started. Okay, back to the. Okay, let's do our proper webinar right now. Okay, again, whatever I share with you today is for education purpose. These are not advised to buy and sell. Type yes if you understand. Thank you, Larry. Okay, so first thing first, let's look at the general market. Okay, since today is open to the public, we will do a longer kind of sharing in terms of the market outlook. Okay, and then later part, once we finish with the market outlook, then we will say bye to the public, and then we will look at our portfolio of shares and things like that. Okay, so now let's go first into S&P 500. Since a long time not open to public, we will do monthly chart also. Okay, we'll do monthly chart and then we go to daily chart and weekly chart. Okay, so first is monthly chart. So monthly chart, what is the trend? Monthly chart, we are talking about more than 1 year, more than 2 years. What is the trend? Anyone? Up, monthly chart is still up. Okay, we have talked about things like the interest rates before. Okay, during rising interest rate environment, usually the market is up. Yes or no? We've mentioned this before many times. Type yes if you have know about this beforehand. Okay, so when we talk about big picture, we talk about how the Fed affect the stock market. Then we look at things like the Fed fund rate. We look at things like the economy, how is the economy doing, and things like that. Okay, so you all understand, right? So in a rising interest rate environment, generally, the market is up, okay, not down. Okay, so we can see from here we have the Fed fund rate over here, and if we compare this with the S&P 500, let me see here. So this is the S&P 500. Bottom is S&P 500, top is the Fed fund rate. So if we see from here, then give me a moment. We can see this is again a repeat, but just to reiterate everything again. In the beginning of the interest rate rise, like example over here, in the beginning of the interest rate rise, can see from here, this is the Fed fund rate, this is the S&P 500. In the beginning of the rise, usually market goes sideways or down a bit. You can see here, sideways to down a bit. And then eventually, when they continue to increase interest rate, generally market goes up. Same thing over here. In the initial increase, the market goes sideways, and then later part, as it continue to increase, the market goes. As it continue to increase, the market goes up. Okay, same thing over here. When it start to increase, the market goes sideways, and eventually continue to increase, the market goes up. Okay, so you can look back into history is always the case. Even if we go back to in the 70s or earlier, usually they have this very interesting phenomenon. Okay, so long-term time frame market is up, but do we trade the very long-term time frame? That's the question, because the very long-term time frame can be like 2 years, 3 years or more. Yes or no? So sometimes it's difficult to trade such long-term time frame. So now let's go into the shorter time frame. 1 year time frame can be lesser than 1 year. What is the trend? Trend is up or down? Trend is not up, but trend is down. Yes or no? Okay, so we can see over here in the next 1 month or so, we are still looking for a retest into the lower part here. Yes or no? So we can see from here the MAs are sloping down. Okay, even though the 20 MA is like flattening, but still consider sloping down. And we also have the CCI is still high. Okay, so on this time frame, we are still looking for a retest back to either a test of the low or test of a higher low. Type yes if you understand. So now how to see a trigger, how to see a get ready to short will be on the weekly chart. You can go in the weekly chart or can go to the daily chart. And then from here, you ask yourself this question is, how do I know that? So this part over here, from here to here, this part over here is actually on the weekly chart here to here, or this rise over here. So the question we need to ask ourselves is, how do I know that this leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks on the weekly chart, how do I know that this leg over here has run its course? That means this number of days over here has run its course. That means it's no longer up, it's turning down. So you can use, number one, you can use things like trend line. Okay, you can use trend line. You can also use a moving average, let's say a 20-40 moving average, or can use a support resistance. Okay, so let's say example, if you were to use a trend line very straightforward. Right now, I want to ask myself is, how do I know this part of this move over here is completed? How do I know that this move here is completed? Is I will see, I'll draw a trend line. Okay, once a trend line break, I will say that, oh, next 1 month going down again. Type yes if you understand. Okay, so another way is on the daily chart, you can also use a MA. If you break the 40 MA or the 20 MA, you say, okay, right now break a 20 MA or break a 40 MA, consider down. Last one is you can use support resistance. Okay, you can use just a structure. Okay, so example, we have a swing low here, we have a swing high here, we have a swing high here. So let's say example, the price break below this swing low over here, then we say, okay, right now it break below swing low, then likelihood it will go back and retest the low again. Any question? Any question? Am I making sense so far? Making sense, right? Okay, so again, we can go back revision again. If we look at this part, sloping down, moving average, same thing over here. Okay, then we have the CCI. CCI is overbought. Then we ask ourselves right now, from this move to this move over here, this move to this move over here. This is a revision. I believe most of you all know this. Okay, so this is a up move. How do I know that it is turning down? So you can go to daily charts from here. From here, these daily charts, you can see, number one, can draw a trend line. I can draw a trend line, something like this. Okay, something like this. Number two, I can also use a break of MA. Let's say break of my 40 MA can be another indication, or break of swing low. Let's say example, you can use this swing low here, or you can use this swing low here. That the price end up may be the same. Okay, like the break of trend line will be here, the break of moving average is here, the break of swing low can be here or it can be here, doesn't matter. But that tells you that this move up over here, okay, completed. Got it? Type yes if you understand. This, I believe, is a revision for most of you. The rest, we have like 263 of y'all. The rest understand, right? Or maybe you're working. Okay. Or today got people at my balcony cleaning things. Okay. So all holiday. Next year, my goal is to go more holiday. That's my goal next year. Okay. Really, that's my goal. Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, for public, right? Welcome to today's event. Okay, we do our weekly webinar every single week. We also do our SMT training, which is like a 4 days course. If you want to be part of this community, you can go to this link over here and join us to be part of this community. Let me just write this down. Okay, let's. Okay, just you can be part of this community. Okay, for SMT graduates, type SMT if you encourage them to join our SMT community. Type in SMT. Thank you. No bribe, huh? Okay. So yes, we have been doing this weekly webinar for years. We have been doing our training for also years. So that they are just recalling, actually it's not 15 years, it's 14 years. Okay, it's 14 years, which is not bad. 14 years still doing this, right? Okay, so let's go to next part. Let's go to next part. We will go into daily charts. Okay, daily charts. So that's our weekly charts, right? Weekly charts is time frame is 1 month or so, 1 month or so. So now daily charts. Daily charts. What is the time? What is the trend? Daily chart. What's the trend? So the daily chart right now, we're talking about 1 to 2 weeks. 1 to 2 weeks. Trend is up. Okay. So you can see we have a swing trade setup. Yes or no? We have a swing trade setup over here. Price come down, CCI low. CCI low. Yes or no? Price didn't touch the 20 MA, touch the 10 MA, and then rebounding. Yes or no? Type yes if you understand. So the challenge with some of your is then you're confused. Some daily chart is up and then weekly chart is down because there is no trigger. Yes or no? There's no trigger on the weekly charts. That means right now on the weekly charts, it is still on the what? On the weekly chart, it is still on this leg. Yes or no? It's still on this leg. We don't know whether this leg will clear and go higher. Yes or no? So what we are doing right now is just now what we talk about on the weekly chart is if the price break below the 40 MA, if the price break below the trend line, then we will short. But it have not happened yet. So right now we are still on this leg. That means on this way up. Okay. So that is the context. Okay. So now come back to daily charts. We already have a swing trade setup. The swing trade setup was here, triggered. Okay, we have the 10 MA. 10 MA is below here. You all know what I mean by 10 MA, right? We have the 10 MA, which is here. So touch 10 MA, CCI below 100, swing up already. Okay, so now you're in day 1, day 2, day 3. You should lock in profit around this region, the previous resistance. Yes or no? Okay, so once you entered your swing trade setup, then what will be your stop loss? Your stop loss will be the swing low here or swing low here. That will be the stop loss for this one week trade. Okay, this will be a stop loss for 1 week trade, and not many people do daily swing, but this is a daily swing setup. Got it? So now any question? Any question? Hey, Mr. Tan is outside. Hey, Mr. Tan, you join inside. Sure you're inside Zoom, okay? Okay, so no question. I move on. Okay, I move on to Nasdaq, and Nasdaq is about the same. About the same. Whether it's weekly chart or the long-term chart. Let's do long-term first. Very long-term chart. Okay, so very long-term chart. Trend is up or down. This one quite interesting. This one quite interesting. Why? Because normally, right, we will see a rebound here. Yes or no? We can see that the price goes to here. We have the CCI already below 100. It should bounce already. Yes or no? Oh, so it bounced up above here, bounce up above here. That means it's a trigger to long on the long term. But right now, the price came back down. Okay, break back down, and not only that, here broke the previous low here. Oh, the previous low here. So let's take a look at the weekly chart to have more clarity. Okay, so I will say that it is longer. It is it's weaker than the S&P 500, but let's investigate. Okay, let's investigate what's happening. Okay, so go in and do the weekly charts. We can see price going up. Right now we have a short setup. Yes or no? Okay, we have a short setup. We did make a recent low. That means from here, this low over here, which is this part over here, we did meet a recent low, and the price don't want to go up. Do you all notice that the price don't want to go up? Oh, that means if the price want to go up, right, then what happened is if we make a recent low here, then the price should stop dropping here and start to go up. Does it make sense or not? Oh, that means on the monthly chart, right, will be like this. Okay, once it trigger already, will start to even if we pull back, it should not land up here. It should land up here. Yes or no? That means on the weekly charts, it should not be over here. It should be over here for it to be a uptrend or long-term uptrend. Yes or no? So I see that there are some weakness in Nasdaq right now. Okay, there are some weakness in Nasdaq. But how do I confirm this view? How do I confirm this view right now? Because it may be a situation when there is here don't have okay, in a situation where this is just a bluff. Okay, that means it breaks down and then it goes up again. Okay, so next question is, how do I know that confirm this view? It is no longer bullish long term, it is turning bearish long term. It means 1 to 2 years is turning bearish. So how to confirm that? I will maybe, so what we call fake out. Okay, so how to confirm that? I will use this line over here. Okay, this line over here. This is a fairly good support resistance. Yes or no? Because we can see from here that we have support here, we have support here, we have support here, we have support here. This are not considered broken because it's a broke below and then go above. Yes or no? So I will use this line 10,000, around 10,900 as my decision making process. So if in the situation where it breaks down again below 10,800, 10,900, that means we, in the longer term, we will have further downside. Yes or no? That means if we start to have a bearish candle over here, that means maybe further downside on Nasdaq. That yes, if you understand. If not, how do I know that that it's a fake out? That means it's not real. Then I will go and again go to the weekly charts. I will see that, okay, maybe if it can break above my downtrend line, it can break above my trend line, it can break above my 40 MA, then I say, okay, once it can clear this above here, then maybe this part over here, this part over here, this is a fake breakdown. Do you all follow what I'm saying? Type yes if you understand. So that will be the two decision-making process. Okay. So come back again, how to make money. How to make money from this. This is the most important question. So TA is one thing, but how to make money is another thing. So knowing what we know right now, how can we make money? Okay, so that's the most important question, right? So how do we make money is, if we are going long, that means we're going to buy. And if the weekly chart starts to break above my downtrend line, break above my 40 MA, then I can go long. I can buy for the long-term time frame. Type yes if you understand. Okay, I can go long on the long-term time frame. If the price break above here, is a confirmation that there was a false breakdown, and because on the monthly chart is still uptrend, then I can go long. Okay. On the other hand, if it starts to close below, I don't think it will short so long term, but at least you know that, hey, on my shorter term trading position, I may want to go short more. Does it make sense about how to make money from it? Because TA is one thing, right? How to make TA into a profitable trade setup is another thing. Got it? Any question? Any question? No question, type good if you understand. Question, if you have the question, you can ask the question. You can even be more technical, it's fine, because it's open to public. Public also, if you have any question that is more technical, right, then it's also fine. Ask until understand. Okay, so what do you define? How do you define long term? So the question I want to ask myself, okay, let's make it easy to understand. Okay, so when I'm talking about monthly chart, each candle is 1 month. Yes or no? Okay, each candle is 1 month. So if I'm looking at a monthly chart over here, each candle is 1 month. Then if the price can go above here, okay, then what will be my bet? Question, what will be my bet? If the price can go above here, what will be my bet? You must bet on something, right? I will bet that what? Okay. How do you structure the bet? I'll bet that in the next 6 months, it will be higher than here. That will be my bet. Do you all understand what I'm talking about? Okay, my bet will be if we can go above here, roughly around here. Okay. My bet will be that after that, the next few candles will be higher than this price over here. Type yes if you understand. And of course, bet you got the reward, right? This is the reward, right? This is the thing you want to bet on. But what is my risk? My risk is, just now I explained already, the risk with the other opposite side. So if here, then I'm wrong. That means I will lose this amount. I will lose this amount from here to here. If I'm wrong, if I'm right, I will make potentially this amount. That will be my bet based on TA. Make sense? Okay. By the way, it's all about making bets. Yes or no? Making idea and making bets. Do you all follow what I'm saying? Whether is it for swing trade or position trade, it's all about making bets. Let's say, example, we look at this is also a bet. So the price is here, right? Price is here. So now it's weekly charts. Just now was monthly chart, right? It means take 6 months is going to be higher. Okay, now I do a weekly charts bet. So weekly charts bet will be when this happen, if we can break below the lowest candle of this week. By the way, all this that I share with you have already learned, yes or no? Swing trade setup and things like that, you have already more or less you know, right? Right now I'm just making it application. Type yes if you all agree. It's nothing like totally new you've never heard of, no? It's something that you have heard of before, right? In your notes, you have this 2040 MA CCI things like that. We talked about this before. It's just that right now I'm explaining again. Okay, explaining again. So my bet is like that on the weekly charts. If going forward, when this get broken, break below the swing low, then my bet is the next 5 candles. Next 5 candles will be 1 month, because next 5 candles on the weekly chart will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will be next 5 candles will be 1 month. Well, like example like that, 5 candles means about 1 month later. Will be lower than here. That will be my bet, and my risk. My entry price is here, my target price is here, and my bet is about somewhere about above here. That would be my bet for a short. Type yes if you understand. Don't understand, can ask again. Okay. The very said us must wait for CCI. Just now I think your question is the monthly chart, all right? I think so. Must wait for CCI. No need, okay? Why? Because sorry, because I switching real money. Because already had the setup ready. So once I have the setup ready, you're just waiting for it to have a trigger. Okay, I share with you the greatest challenge is trigger. Greatest challenge is trigger. The setup is easy to see. Like here, MA CCI, here, MA CCI is easy to see. But how to know when to trigger? That's the question. That means how to, let's say example, you have a bullish candle and break above high, then you can know, okay, it's a trigger. Of course, you can also go into weekly time frame, daily time frame to see where's the trigger. Got it? Okay. If you understand, I'll move on again because I spent a little bit of time here so that everybody understands. Okay, now let's go to HSI. Okay, HSI. HSI, I should mention one thing, I think 1 month ago, I think, about 1 month ago, okay? So 1 month ago, I mentioned something about HSI. What is the thing I mentioned? Hang Seng Index. What's the thing I mentioned? Buy, okay? I think it's value buy, yes or no? Okay, I say it's value buy, it's good support, it's worse than global financial crisis. Yes or no? 1 month ago, not this week, right? 1 month ago already I mentioned, okay? When it broke down here, I think this is like 机会难逢, you know, because this is like 1998 Asian financial crisis. We have SARS, global financial crisis, drop below, okay, drop below. So this one is a confirmation, yes, reversed. Yes or no? Type yes if you agree. It's a confirmation reverse. Is it too late to buy for long term right now? Type yes or no. Is it too late to buy for long term right now? No, it is not too late. Okay, it is not too late. The context is what? What's the context for long term? What's the context for long term? 1 to 2 years. You can't say, hey, next week can make money or not. Then you look at different charts. Okay. But the context is now I do dollar cost averaging. I can buy. Can I, or I want to buy 1 to 2 years. Can I buy now? That's the context. Okay. Buy what? Buy what, guys? Buy what? Okay, you can do buy 2800. Okay, that is the, okay, that is the tracker fund. Okay, Hong Kong tracker fund. Okay, you can do 2800. You can buy for Hong Kong is 2823, you know, and things like that. For Hong Kong, okay, let's Hong Kong one. Any question? Hong Kong, any question? Type yes if you all get what I say. If not, I go to China already, yeah? Okay, I go China, okay? China 2800. This is a China-led fund, okay? So this is again similar to Hong Kong. But if you ask me, Hong Kong and China, which one I prefer? I prefer Hong Kong. I prefer Hong Kong rather than China. China a bit like not so opaque, not so transparent. Oh, so that's the challenge with China. Okay. Type yes if you understand. Okay, is there a US ticker that track Hong Kong market? I suggest you buy the Hong Kong ETF rather than the China US ETF. Or go to Hong Kong market, buy the Hong Kong ETF. It's more liquid and it's more liquid. Okay, so if not, I will move on. Any other question? Any other question? Singapore. Let's look at Singapore. Okay, Singapore is like defensive stocks. Singapore is a defensive stock. Okay, so we bought earlier in April 20. Okay, where is it? April 2020. Type yes if you all bought somewhere around here, April 2020, April or May 2020, you're bought, okay? You're still holding, right? I believe. Type yes if you're still holding. That time I draw this chart, right? Okay. So this same chart over here, I draw the time, okay? So right now we are like mid value, middle of the value, not going up, not going down. Okay lah. Sing dollar ma, correct. What you make is in Sing dollar, so pretty not bad, okay. So right now I think we are stuck in a range. I think we were stuck in a range for a long while, okay. So if you ask me, Singapore is not a exciting market, okay. It's a market that is for dividend, okay. You buy for long term, buy banks or buy REITs. I don't think you should buy REITs right now, but buy banks for long term dividend, okay, not REITs. Got it? Or you can buy some kind of Singapore infrastructure kind of thing, you know. Why not REITs, guys? Why not REITs now? Interest rate is what? Is it rising or dropping? It's rising, it's high and it's rising also, yes or no? So for the REITs, it is negative, reverse. Okay, so if in a rising interest rate environment, then REITs usually not good. Got it? Usually not good. So you can also see from the chart, it is underperforming. Got it? It's underperforming the banks. Banks, good or no good? Rising interest rate, is it good for the banks? Good, okay. Bad for who? Bad for the REITs lah. Hello? Rising interest rate, good for bank, bad for REITs, okay. That's around here, okay, okay. So no need to be very, very accurate lah. You can see that right now we are not talking about dropping interest rate in a high interest rate environment. Good for bank, bad for REITs. Okay, so any question? Buy bank, is it better than STI ETF itself? Bank, you need to choose. In general, yes. In general, yes. You can see, right, that you see banks, right? This is like recent high of bank. So the banks has made recent high. Yes or no? The banks have made recent high compared to the STI index. Why? Because the STI index inside comprises a lot of other things. Yes or no? But if you just look at the banks, it has made higher high and higher high. Yes or no? Oh, so generally banks will outperform the index. Why? Because if you add in other things, like example, what is a REIT that don't do well one? I'm not familiar with. Let's say Capital Mall or something like that. They will not do so well. Yes or no? That yes, if you understand. I suddenly follow, so I also don't know. Okay, but generally like that. Okay, generally, let's say example, you look at what is a REIT? Let's say we look at some Sanders Streets or something like that. Okay, you will see that generally they will not perform as well as the bank. Do you all follow what I'm saying? That yes, if you understand, or they will not perform as well as the bank. Like this one is like a long-term sideways trend. Yes or no? Long-term sideways trend. So they will not do as well as the banks. Banks are all making recent high and things like that. Got it? Okay, so if you bring other things into the STI index, it will pull down the rest of the performance. Okay. Banks in the crisis is down. Everybody is down. Okay. Okay, so any other question? Capital Commercial same, so you can see wow, outside happening. My balcony outside is like, oh, they are like cleaning, polishing my outside. Okay, hang on. Can you all hear? Cannot hear. Okay, good. Okay, let's say Parkway Live Read. Also same, you can see, right? Weekly charts, they are mostly down, or at least underperform the banks. Got it? Okay, so if y'all cannot hear, it's good. Got it? Guys, I feel that going forward, let's say example, you compare the banks compared to, let's say, Parkway REIT or some kind of REIT, banks will do better. That's my view. Maybe wrong, okay? Okay, so any other question? Any other question on the index? Soundproof solid. Yeah, double glaze, okay? If not, then today early, okay. Question: do we check the index chart before we trade the individual stocks? The question is, guys, we trade the setup. We don't trade the prediction. We trade the setup. Do you understand what I'm talking about? The prediction is like it's going to go up, it's going to go down. That's a prediction, right? Because a prediction is the prediction. The setup is what is different. Is a setup has entry price, target price, and stop loss price. Do you follow what I'm saying? That is trading. You have entry price, target price, stop loss price. Then it is considered a setup. Do you follow what I'm saying? A prediction is only saying that market next month, it's going to go up. Market next month is going to go down. If you don't have a stop loss, it is not a trade. Do you follow what I'm saying? Like, yes, if you understand. Or if you don't have target, also it's not a trade. It may just go up 0.1% also go up. Yes or no? So it's not a trade. It's only a trade if we have an entry price, a target price, a stop loss price, then it's considered a trade setup. If it's just a prediction, useless. Can you use a prediction and form into a bet, a setup? You can. It means with a prediction, now we say that, okay, next 6 months is going to go higher than how do we form a setup? That is the trading. Got it? Okay. No question. I move on. Public, got any question since a bit of time for the public? No question. Let's thank the public for being here today. Remember, do join us if you have not be part of this community. Come and join us, CollinSeow.com/SWB. Okay, we have a systematic way of trading the market, whether is it long term, basically look at colors, or short term, look at arrows to trade the market. But not only that, we also have a weekly webinar that we continue to engage our community also. Okay, so if not, can we thank the public and let's go into our stocks. Thank you, friends. Look forward to seeing you at SNT community. Yes, Terence. Okay, hopefully by 3rd of December, my leg will be okay already. Okay, so if not, then thank you guys. See you. Bye.